Hey folks, this is the WooFDriver, and you're live free ranging right now. How cool is that? So, got some rough signal around here. I'm hoping to keep it going as long as I can, but sometimes we do run into signal problems, so I apologize. Sometimes the signal gets scrambled, my voice gets scrambled, a little bit of everything. But in any case, we are on a farm where we free range of over 500 acres, and the dogs are off leash, free to do whatever they want. Come on, guys. You'll hear me command them and talk to them in different tones of voice, because it's like running a wild wolf pack, for lack of a better description. They're wild and free out here. Of course, they know the boundaries, which are my voice. But sometimes I have to enforce them with different tones of voice and turn around, go in different directions. They have tone collars on where I can give them tones, stuff like that. Come on, Jag. And 3 of them are all white. If you know me and follow the WooFDriver, you know that. So out here in the field, sometimes they get a little confusing, especially one's a female princess. So when we're out here, they're usually like, come on, guys. Everybody's guy, because that's easy for me to say, and they've come to learn that term. But depending on where they're at, sometimes I do have to address them by name. Come on, Jag. So right now, it's hard for me to take questions because of the format, how I'm broadcasting, and where I have if you saw the contraption I'm wearing, you'd understand. I have the phone mounted to my chest with a remote camera, and this is the way you have to live stream. And I'm driving this ATV, which is an electric one. Zorro! Sorry, I was getting a little far ahead, so I had to just say his name. The electric ATV gives me the ability to communicate with the dogs without a motor, without an engine, interfering the noise from it, as well as not disturbing the wildlife around here. Come on, Jag! So, I'm just waiting for Jag's lagging way behind. And Jag usually does that. He's interested in the smells behind us and wants to check them out. As we get into the day, especially towards the end, he will be out in front ahead of all the dogs. He conserves his energy and waits to find something maybe that they don't see. That way he doesn't have to compete with them. He's got all his energy in reserve. It's called the economy of Jag, or the economy of movement. In any case, once again, I'm the WooFDriver. I've got 4 huskies with me. 3 of them are all white. One of them has more coloration like a traditional husky, and he's actually the only one that has some Malamute in him. The rest are purebred husky. They're a little on the unusual side in the sense they're all white traditionally. Most of the times when they talk husky, you talk reds and grays, and of course you get the masks on their face, as Zorro has, which again, he's the darker one here. So I've got Chase and Zorro in front of me, and I've actually got Princess and Jag behind me. Princess is about 13 and a half, and you can see them. When they see a blade of grass move, their eyes are trained to look for movement. So it's not necessarily the clarity of what they're seeing, but it's movement, and that lets them know that there's possibly something living. They're prey-driven, so they will try to determine in their mind what that might be if they want to chase it or go towards it. Now, I'm going to preclude them from chasing wild animals. Come on, guys. Here. Good boys. Because I would never want them to do that. We do, unfortunately, come across some wildlife, which sometimes they'll mingle with some. I'll prevent that as much as possible. But they are a wolf pack, and they hunt like a wolf pack. So in the summer, when you see these fields, they're full of tall crops, such as corn, soybeans, etc. Come on, Chase. And what they'll do, it's pretty incredible to watch. Come on, guys. Good boys. That they'll flush out a small animal in the fields, and 1 or 2 of them, and the other wolf pack mates, I call them wolf pack, WOOF, will be waiting for that prey to come out. So I've seen it happen, unfortunately, but now I know what I'm looking for. I'm able to prevent that. Come on, guys! At least as much as possible. But that's the way in the wild they would hunt, and dogs and wolves hunt wild dogs. So pretty cool stuff that we're able to do what we do here. Once again, I do all kinds of adventures with the dogs. This is our free-ranging adventure, I call it, where we go to areas where they can run off leash and there's nobody else here, relatively speaking. This is a working farm, so we could run into farm hands, farm equipment, and even, of course, farm animals. So we always have to be under control. But we still have plenty of freedom, and they get all that freedom to explore to their heart's content. Come on, guys. Good boys. And good girl. So you get a view of all four of them now. Jag's to my left. Chase and Zorro are on the path, the tire tracks, if you will. And Princess is closest to the ATV, closest to me, you see right here. And if I don't keep them exercised, her in particular, because she's the eldest, her health ailments like arthritis, stiff joints, etc., will show themselves because she's not getting the mobility that she needs. So we'll do usually our activity schedule will center around what she can do. If I need to, I have the capabilities to carry her with me, of course, in the ATV. That almost never happens, but sometimes when we're biking on one of our other adventures, where I call it fur wheeling, where we're actually doing what looks like mushing, traditional mushing, except for the dogs are on the side. I kind of ride in a sled on wheels, and you've probably seen me before. So in that case, come on, guys. Jag, no. Good boy. Good boy. And what happens in a wolf pack, I saw a comment, it went off the screen real quick, I apologize. What happens with the dogs or in a wolf pack, there's a pecking order, of course. And I'm the alpha, the pack daddy, the pet owner should always be the alpha, the one that can give the commands to keep everything in control. So sometimes the dogs, and they usually have their own pecking order worked out amongst themselves, but sometimes they'll challenge that order, and I will get in that way usually to prevent any kind of little tiffs or arguments. So this field is wide open. I call this the runway, folks. I mean, this is just pure heaven for the dogs, as you can understand. Come on, guys. Princess, no. Princess here. Good girl. Chase. Good boy. Princess, let's go. Good girl. And they're just sniffing on a groundhog hole. But when they get together like that, heavy pack, I want to, as I said, look for their interactions, and I can usually tell if one is going to become possessive or claim what they're sniffing at. And also, if they're going to encounter an animal, usually by the way they're acting and their sounds, so I can try to call them off of that before that happens. So I've been doing this for 25 years now. No, maybe it has been 22 years or so. So I've been doing this for a long time. Come on, guys. And one thing I learned is they'll always surprise you. Something you didn't think of or something you hadn't seen before. And it's important to, I'm just looking because there's a trailer here where I know that people have a dog, and I try not to come into contact with any other dogs because I don't know them and I don't want to intimidate them by all of my dogs or have a bad experience with any of them. and Zorro's just dropped down. He's rolling in the field. So everybody's behind me, folks, and this is good to promote a sprint. There goes Zorro. He's the fastest. Chase is pretty close in speed, but Zorro's usually the fastest. And by the way, I have their stats. I'm holding Garmin, what they call Garmin Alpha, and it's a GPS controller that's able to give tone controls and also read their stats, so I can tell how they're performing. It'll give me an average speed and a mileage reading, which helps to see how they're doing for the day. So they're a little tired because they're behind me, and I can tell by their movements. Part of it's the weather. Now it's kind of an average spring day here, being about 65 degrees, but we went on one of our WooFDriver on Tour, which is our fur-wheeling dogs on the bike run, on Monday, which was above average temperatures, probably in the 80s. So come on, guys. We took our time, but we were able, come on, here, come on. We were able to go, Jag. We were able to go about 15 miles. So that kind of tired them out, which is good. I mean, we want to get as much activity. My motto is I can wear out any husky. I pride myself on, it's easy. Like some dogs like you to throw a ball to them and they chase it and bring it back to you. But it's hard to wear a husky out doing an activity like that because they get bored of it before their energy is worn out. Come on, guys. No. Princess, no. Princess. Zorro, no. Good boy. Come on. Zorro, good boy. Come on, guys. Here. Got a little bit of a dead animal. Come on, guys. Jag, no. Jag. Good boys. So, got to give them some praise when they do the right thing. Jag. Good boy. And when they don't, have to change my tone of voice. So that was it looked to be a dead possum or raccoon from what I can tell, and they're just curious about it. They would possibly pick it up and become possessive if I would let them, but they know better at this point. I just don't want them sniffing it because I don't want them to get exposed to the bacteria, etc. So you'll see as we stroll through here, lots of old farm equipment too. This is a graveyard for all the old stuff. Good boy, Chase. Chase is having a pit stop, which always encouraged. Good for the dogs, of course. And all this old farm equipment is left to kind of decay here. And a lot of it's been here since the 70s. So this farm's been here for a long, long time, and the same family has owned it. And I just feel very fortunate to be able to come here and do what we do. And I've earned the trust of the main farmer who owns this property and his immediate family through him seeing how well behaved the dogs are and how they're under my control, and there's no danger of them going after any of the livestock or going into areas that I shouldn't. And the dogs are pretty much welcome anywhere, but of course when we have a planted field of crops, they don't want my ATV going through there. So, but because I have these GPS collars and controllers, I can let the dogs meander through some of the fields, and it's kind of interesting and fun to watch them. And Jag's shortcutting me. Shortcutting me means that he knows the way I'm going, and he's cutting through the other way, which I usually don't let them do, but become lenient with them, especially as they get older, because they won't get ahead of me. But why I don't like shortcutting, especially when you're training them. Come on, guys, because see, you can see Jag way up there waiting for me, which is what he's supposed to do, because I could decide to be going straight. So maybe there's the farmers are up there working, or maybe I just don't want to go up there for some reason. When he shortcuts me, he's assuming I'm going there, and therefore he'll get ahead of me and take his eyes off of me and his attention, And if he makes the cuts the corner, he's waiting for me, and something else comes by, like a deer or just something he wants to see, he will lose his attention on me. And, Jag! Good boy, stay. And he's supposed to do that. You see, he's stopped up there because he's the furthest dog ahead. So I told you Jag will want to get in the front, didn't I, when we started? But so we don't, shortcutting's not encouraged. So a lot of times I'll reverse my direction, or purposely, if I see them, attempt to predict. Shortcutting means they're predicting the way I'm going to go and try to beat me to that location. And I'll purposely go off course or go another way to prevent that from happening, especially when I'm training them. Now, these guys are roughly 8 years old, so we've been doing this for a while, so they know the routine. But again, here, because it's so big, I do go in different directions, but this is my standard way. So we've got 3 in front of us. That's Jag. He just turned around here to have a little marking break, peeing break. And that's Chase and Zorro. Come on, guys. And Princess is behind me. Princess is, again, she's the oldest, so she's going to take her time. But you'll be surprised, because as the day progresses, she'll manage her energy better than they will. And because she's so competitive, she'll actually race them. So cool to watch her interactions. So I hope you're getting to enjoy this, folks. So I got Chase just in front of me now. And I do have to be aware, like we saw, you didn't see it, but the dead possum or raccoon. And there are other animals that suffer bad fates around here. There is some hunting, not this time of year, but hunting throughout the season, and therefore... Come on, Zorro! Good boy. Okay, Zorro's rolling away behind me, so let's give him a tone. Makes the... encourages him to come on. He'll be like, oh, Dad means he wants me. And there he is. Come on, guys. Good boys. No! Princess, here! Princess! Good girl. Come on. Now, the reason I called her off is because... Come on, guys! They were... Chase and her are salt and vinegar. And when Chase is very good. He'll let her push him around. But when he's had enough, he'll lay the law down, and she'll keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And even though he's younger and a lot more fit in that sense, come on, guys, here. She'll. I just need to manage the two of them so they don't spat too much, and he doesn't put her in her place too much. If that makes any sense. Come on, Zorro. Zorro, no, Zorro. So. Right now, this field is wide open. I'm trying to get the view you're getting. They're looking at something that they think is alive, but I think it's just some grass moving. So, no, Chase! Come on, guys. Here, come on. Come on. Zorro. Good boy. So you'll see them come up now on my right side. And again, we're just taking our time, and I can give you average speeds and paces and all that good stuff, but you can tell we're just really relaxing. This is Princess closest to me that's coming on the camera now, and here comes the rest of the boys. These fields are probably hay fields, or not planted at all right now. They've got a lot of, as you see, dandelions growing in them, so they look beautiful with the dogs contrasting against them. Love it. Love it. Love the temperature. And love them being off leash, especially in a safe setting as you're watching now, which is essentially designed for them to be off leash. I'll try to point the camera and give you a tour of the ATV I'm on in case you haven't seen it. All this stuff, folks, is available on my website, WooFDriver.com. Again, that's WOOFDriver. I'm assuming it's spelled like the Facebook page you're on watching this. And I've got probably 27,000 videos and all kinds of writings about adventures we've done and dogs we've mingled with or I've trained, whatever. So you can go there and read that. And I used to do a lot more broadcasting, but just haven't had the time lately. I hope to get back to it. Some of the most coolest broadcasting we do are our nighttime adventures, where we actually call it midnight mushing. We go on ghost hunts, we go riding in the dark, and we usually do that in the warmer months because it's cooler at night, obviously, than it is during the day, and it gives me the chance to get the dogs out. I couldn't possibly get them out on the bike at night. Jag! But I can, I couldn't get them out during the day when it's hot because it's just too hot, but I can at night with the cool of the evening. So, pretty interesting. And what a cool view this is. This is Princess coming up here. Jag! Good boy. And sometimes you'll hear me, I just say their name because I want to let them know I'm in the house. Or I might whistle, or I might make some other sound. So let them know the Pack Daddy's here, so don't get any ideas. And what I mean by that is when you see a deer, don't take off after that deer, because you don't want that to happen, obviously. I'm going to try to get behind them, folks, and give you a cool view. Come on, guys. This tree area is presenting a little bit of a challenge for me to do that here, but we'll get ahead. We'll get behind them. Come on, check. Here we go. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to post them to the feed. It's really hard for me to respond right now because, again, in this broadcast format, the questions come up for a second, and by the time I glance at it, it's off the screen and I don't get the whole gist of it, so I apologize. Come on, guys. And I'm letting them take their time. They're just doing what they want to do. We're about to head back to a wooded area, which is really cool because there's some streams that meander through there. So you'll be able to catch them. You know, this is, if you can see the camera behind me, it's so cute because they're all coming towards me. So you can see this is Zorro, that's Jag, here's Princess, and Chase is to my right. Princess Dingy in front, yeah, there she is. So just to give you an idea, right now we have in 1.62 miles. We'll go anywhere from 5 to 10 miles, and we'll take as many breaks as they want to take, and we'll just go the pace they want to go. That's what free ranging is all about. Now, when I'm out here in the cold months, I just bundle up, and I mean, we're flying. There's, if you go back and see any of my broadcaster videos, you can see the kind of speeds we'll reach and the pace of the whole run. Come on, Zorro! And I'm just keeping them out of the brush because there could be animals lurking in there, and better not to get involved if we can help it. But the pace of the whole run is so much quicker because the cold, all dogs are inefficient at cooling. The heat is their enemy, and because they don't sweat, they get hot quick. So especially for huskies and other double-coated northern breed dogs, they get super warm easily. But they're all bundled up in the winter with their double-coated hair. These guys are what they call woolly coats, or they've got long hair on top of that. And the cold to them, what might be 18 degrees outside to me is 70 degrees to them. If it's above zero, they're warm, essentially. That's a rule of thumb, especially when they're wearing their full coats. Chase is way behind. He's still in my sights. But now we're coming past a deer stand where they'll hunt. I'm not a hunter, and of course I don't like hunting because I'm all about, I just love all animals. But people do what they do, and as long as they do it in the appropriate fashion, that's cool. To each your own. But hunting is not in season right now, which I'm happy about. So when I'm here, they always give me the right of way. I've got it because I'm a regular here, but even still, I want to be careful. Jag! Jag, no! Jag! Good boy, good boy. Come on, Jag! And he just slipped down into the... Jag! Let's go, good boy. He just slipped down into the brush. Now we're going to go into that brush, folks, on the other side. Just looking to see what's down there. Looks like, I think it's just trash. So I'm always looking. I mean, sometimes I'll run into people. Again, these are private lands, but people sometimes wind up here. No hunting, definitely not. But other, just want to be cautious about everything. No. Good boys. It's Princess and Jag getting a little close. I'm overcautious because I know all their personalities and I know how they engage. So I want to, you might not know why I say what I say, but there's a reason behind everything. And I go over a lot of that on my I Do Get Tame website. A little bit of an ADD name. I'm ADD, attention deficit disorder. Oh, no! Zorro! Here! Good! Zorro! Chase! No! Chase! Chase! Good boys! Come on, guys! And that's just a groundhog, folks. Zorro! Boy, he's up in the tree. How wild is that? Come on, guys! Now, come on. Zorro! Good boy. Come on, guys. That's how we run into groundhogs. And that's what we do when we do that. Come on, guys. I'm going to give them a tone just to... Good boy. Come on, Chase. So, I saw that as they saw it. Usually, I'm really looking ahead. My eyes have gotten trained as good as theirs. And I can usually beat them to it. But he showed up out of nowhere. And I basically saw Chase move. He's got the most prolific nose. Come on, guys! For lack of a better description. Good boys. Boys, they were back there. Just let them get their time. There goes Zorro. Come on, Chase. Let's go. Good boy. Good boy. So the other dogs key off of Chase as well. So if you're ever wondering if there's anything there, just look at Chase. He'll have his nose in the air or his nose to the ground. Come on, Chase. Let's go. Good boy. He'll stand in front of the ATV and hold me up, too, as you see. So that was kind of cool. Got to see how they respond. Now, my tone of voice changes, so they know I'm more serious. But that's goes with the territory. And if you're trying to pick up, I'm trying to describe this to the best of my ability to give you training tips, possibly. So I will tell you, Huskies are one of the hardest breeds to have off leash. And I don't recommend it unless you get the proper training how to do it from someone like myself, a good dog trainer, etc. Because, whoa, big turkey vulture. So that tells me there could be something dead down here. Come on, Jay. Good boy. So I just want to get down here. Probably in the woods, but when you see these vultures, come on, guys. And Princess is looking over there. See some pink tape. So I don't know if they dropped the tree over there. Come on, let's go. Princess. Good girl. Come on, Jake. So you can see I got to shoot. No. Jake. Good boy. Come on, Princess. And I'm just doing this to get them going so I can get to where we're going so I can show you. Good girl. Come on, pretty. And so there's a stream down here. They were just dipping, drinking, taking a dip and a zip, as I call it, on a stream, on actually runoff from the stream. Oh, we're getting down there. And here we are right at the stream. And so, got all 4 dogs here, Jags meandering up the stream a little bit. So this stream is clean for them to drink out of, and it runs through the woods here and through the whole farm area. It's very cool. Sometimes, oh, you couldn't see that, but sometimes, what I said you couldn't see was there's a branch over the stream and Chase just jumped right over it. It was cool. Well, I'll take a walk up the stream or through the stream. I'll take my shoes off or come here in more of a sandal type boot, open toe boot, if you will, that I can. I'm just meandering down here to see where they're at. Chase, come on. Good boy. Come on, good boys. So they're going, you can't see this, folks, but they're going to the left. Come on, guys. They're in the stream. I wish I could turn that. Maybe I can. Yeah, probably can. Can you see that? Let's see. Oh, boy. Yep. Okay, so they're in the stream right there. How cool is that? It's just so awesome. It's like our own private park here because, again, there's essentially nobody else here, just the people doing the farm work. Now, other people do use these lands. Watch see if he jumps it. Chase jumped over. That's the branch he jumped over. No, oh, he's going to go on there. Good boy. See, some of this is confidence building. If you watch dogs do agility, building confidence is awesome. They go through tunnels, they jump over hurdles, and part of that is really good for them to build confidence. So I like, come on, Jag. I like to do that with them as well. Come on. Because we get into some precarious situations. So anytime we can build confidence, so when I get to that situation next time, I can, okay, just getting up a hill, it's hard for me. The ATV, I'm gonna have to put it in low. Jag's walking around me, so if you see me stop for a second as I'm stopped now, it's usually because, go ahead, Jace. Good boy. I'm letting the dogs by, that's why. So, some of these, this is a little challenging, some of this terrain too, folks. Not as challenging as the one place we go. Hey, Sherry, great to see ya. Okay, I caught that comment. I'm sorry, I'll shout out to everybody who shouts out to us, but sometimes I just don't see it, as I said. So, this is a really cool little trail here in the woods, and because of the stream and erosion that happens actually quite frequently, you get some changes in this trail. So the stream actually, if you saw what we're watching earlier, the dogs were drinking out of an area that used to always be dry. And right to the left of me as I cross this stream, folks, I looked over, I think it was last year or the year before, and there was a waterfall because it had dammed itself up with either the beavers did or a tree that just fell in the wild, and it created this beautiful waterfall. So we walked up to it and talking about confidence builders. I got the dogs, it was very shallow. I got the dogs to go in it and enjoy it, as well as show them that it's safe. So they learn to deal with flowing water, because we do go through some flowing water. Some of the bike trails we've been on, we actually go through they cross right through some streams. So you can hear, if you can hear under me, that the ATV travels over a lot of branches that are down on the ground. These trails are only maintained. Come on, Chase. Chase is probably rolling in something that doesn't smell good. Dogs do that to, come on, Chase. Chase, no. Good boy. Come on. Chase. Good boy. They try to camouflage their scent for hunting reasons. So that's why you'll see them rolling in cow manure, horse manure, whatever, it camouflages their scent. Therefore, if they're hunting, another animal won't detect them. See this hill I'm going to have to go up the bank of the stream here that Jag and Princess are on. I'm going to have to go up that. So I'm going to kick the ATV. Again, this is an electric ATV. It's got a lot of torque. So it can make it up that hill pretty easily, but I'll put it four-wheel and low. But of course, I'll wait, make sure the dogs are out of the way because I got to hit it with a little speed. So it's all greening up back here. This looks like what they call skunk cabbage. Yeah, so I just went through that pretty easily. So that all around me is skunk cabbage. And it doesn't really smell that bad, but they call it that. Maybe it's a different form. Maybe other forms smell worse. I don't know. But it's kind of cool looking, and I've got some great pictures in years in the past. It's real green like that for about a month or so. So there's a big field to me to the left. Now that's another farm, and I used to go through there. There's farms all over this place, but I don't anymore because I learned it was somebody else's farm. Not that they complained, but don't want to take any chances. They might have their own dogs free ranging there. Who knows? So right now we've done about a quarter of the farm, and we're at, let me see, I'm not quite done this quarter, but let me see if we're at 2.25 miles, folks. So all cool, and I get so excited, especially a Princess at her age, doing some of these activities and how hard she can engage and enjoy this, because she's in her golden years, and I want to keep her as fit and enjoying life as much as possible. So her competitive nature. No, Chase, here, come on guys. Zorro, no. Princess, good girl. Come on, good boys. Just picking up on a scent. There's, I think, a bull down there, so he's behind the fence, and we've gone through pastures with cows in them, but come on, so, Jag, but they just get excited. So when we go through a pasture at one farm we go to in the Shenandoah, Virginia, we actually, come on, see, you got to be ready because dog like Princess just right there, she turned around on me. See, I'm always ready. Stay, guys. So I'm commanding the other dogs up ahead. Notice how they stop. Princess, no. Princess, here. Princess. Good, no. Princess. Good girl. I was just watching her reactions to think that maybe that's a snake, and it doesn't appear to be. Probably just a fly or something. But we were running into snakes too. Usually not poisonous ones, but we're in Maryland, so copperheads are a distinct possibility. Never run into any, just garter snakes. But and the dogs have a funny reaction to them, so I can usually detect it. They'll usually get around in almost a huddle or circle and be like, you put it in your mouth. No, you put it in your mouth. Of course, I don't want any of them to put it in their mouth, but it's, when I realize it, I call them off of it. But the way she was pulling back, it looked like something was shaking at her, but in fact it was not, that I saw. So this is just beautiful countryside. I mean, how awesome is this, folks? Now we're gonna head over to, and you can see all four of them really good there. Blue skies, green grass. Now this is almost where we started from. That's why I said we've done about a quarter of it. I did a quadrant. That's the way I like to refer to it. I don't know if we'll make the whole farm today. We should, but depending on, sometimes there's horseback riding. Now, there's not supposed to be, but some of the neighbors use these grounds, and I'm not the farm police, so if they're out here, I try to avoid them. But the farmer actually doesn't want them on the grounds because it, in the summer, will mess with his crops, but that's not my job. I do my best to prevent what I can and report the conditions. I have run into some coyotes out here, And the farmer was very interested to know that, because that can mess with their livestock. So they have to constantly be aware. There are foxes. Foxes won't mess with the dogs. Usually the coyotes won't. That's the nice thing in this area of the country. The dogs don't have many predators, such as, and when I say predators, or animals that could hurt them, like, down south, obviously, alligators, and when you get out west, there's moose that can come out of nowhere. They're not necessarily coming after the dog, but I know sled dog teams have to be aware of them. They can stomp on them out of nowhere from just trying to run or get away, whatever. So we're coming through this area, folks. We're going to head over to a pond. It's a relatively speaking decent-sized pond, and the dogs like to take a dip and do a zip in there. They probably will, because it's a little on the warm side for them, but we'll see. They can do what they want. They have sometimes affairs here, like weddings, picnics. They actually rent this area out. So I will always proceed cautiously, but I'm usually not here on the weekend when those kind of affairs would be taking place. So I usually don't run into them. But sometimes there are people down here, so I will veer off if there are. It looks clear now. To the left of me is where they planted a bunch of trees, and they've done this, I've talked to the farmer before, all because of the EPA. And originally they had a bunch of trees, and the EPA made them cut them down. Now they want new trees planted, but they kind of make nice aisles for us to run through. They're wide enough where we can get through it, not damage any of the yearlings, the new trees, and but we can, keeps us still able to run the perimeter of some of the fields that are planted to the edge, especially as we get later into the farming season. So you can see this pond is so serene and beautiful. Dogs don't seem to be too hot. They're not, sometimes on the warmer side, they'll run right towards it and just gallop in. So, sometimes they'll have barbecues up here, as I mentioned, so even farmers at night, so I just want to keep the dogs away from eating all that trash. Now, Chase will swim, usually when he's hot, so usually comes towards the summer. He might do it now. You can see him gulping. Princess, that's Princess in there. Jag and Zorro are busy smelling the scents from the barbecue. So Princess gets her underside. That's why she won't swim, but you'll think she's swimming. That's how deep she gets in there. But I noticed her. She just kind of tread in the water. You can see Jags over there. They'll go out on that pier sometimes. Now Princess is shaking off. She'll probably roll in the grass. That's her mode of operandi. Let's see if she does it. She might. Oh, Jag's in the water there now. So you can't imagine how much it refreshes them. I know you probably know dogs don't sweat, but technically they sweat. They call it sweat through their pads where they emit some of their heat, one of the main sources. And that, by getting them in the water, really helps cool them down. Come on, guys. So actually, I have a paw plunger, they call it, where you can put their paw right, good girl, Princess, right into a cup, essentially. So if we're out on a trail and needed to cool them down that way, you could put them in the paw plunger. It used to be a product they sold years ago, and I got one. I don't know, maybe they might still be available. Kind of a good idea. Princess, I know, she's really smart. She'll put her paws in the water bowl. Come on, Zara. So here's where I'm talking that this field... Come on, Princess. This field is planted to the edge. This might be, I don't know if it's winter wheat or just hay, but whatever it is, I don't like to ride through it. So I'll make noise. Come on, guys. You'll hear me getting a little louder possibly, because just to scare any animals away, because the crop's high enough that they could be hiding in there. That's why Jag is perusing through it. He loves it. Usually on this side of the farm, I don't run into wild animals. I've got this place down to a exact science now. Oh, I just missed about your husky, Tara, but I will look at your comment. I'm sure you were saying what she does or doesn't do. Come on, guys, chase. So there's a tree over to my left. You can see it in the camera's view, and it's been there for a zillion years, as you see, but it's hollow at the base, and I'm sure something lives in there. So something's well barricaded in there. Come on, guys. So, good boy. Come on, Chase. Good boy. So I just try to keep them away from there as much as possible. And by me calling their name loud will also help shoo off anything or make that whatever might be there aware that we're in the house. So take shelter. So right now you got them all in front of us. So this is what I would call the second quarter of the farm. So we'll be about halfway through it when we make it to the top of the hill that's on the right. There's also, I didn't know this, but last time I was here, I found out that they logged the woods that are straight ahead of me. That's part of this farm. There's some pretty deep woods. Good boy, Jag. Just letting them know I'm here. There's some pretty deep woods this farm goes over, and we had some trails through there, but they logged it this past winter. So, Chase, come on, good boy. So it really thinned it out through there, and I don't know if the trail survived. I'm sure there's some access through there because they had to get the big trucks, but we'll meander back there at some point, maybe today. Probably not, because I explore more areas as we need to accumulate more miles as the dogs want to go. But I don't think from the way they're acting, they're pretty content. So it doesn't look, they might not have that extra mileage in them. On extreme days where it's cold and they're really fired up, we'll actually do the farm here. Sometimes I'll do it one way and then I'll do it in reverse, because when you change directions on them, it's like doing a whole nother area, and it helps me keep them enticed. It's just to change anything you can change up. The Z-Man, yes. Hey Cheryl, good to see you. Yeah, the Z-Man is always ahead of the pack. I've got some good footage of them, Chase and Zorro racing though. Trying to figure out who's faster. I still think Zorro is, but I don't know. Chase is really thin, so he's a little shorter, but he's lighter. Excuse me. So his build is more of a speedy build, for lack of a better description, but I'm not sure if it fully holds true. So Princess is taking her time here, but that's to be expected. This is about the hilliest this place gets. And I really enjoy the hills because it helps build endurance with the dogs, get trucking up a hill. And we go to this one area, this farm area that I call the mill, because it's an old mill was in the area. And that place is some really intense steep hills that I try to entice the dogs to sprint as much as they can up them, and that is just wonderful. But this is about the biggest hill here, so this area is good for putting more mileage on rather than going for the sprinting and high intensity stuff. Just letting you know how I think, because I'm always concerned about their fitness. Jag. Now Jag's like a troll. He's always trolling around to see what kind of trouble he can get in, and he's in the woods, in the brush, picking through there. Come on, Jag. Okay, so this field is not planted. We're going to go through this. Okay, folks, so that's about half of the farm. relatively speaking, as maybe the crow flies. I'll give you a mileage reading here. Chase, so right now we're at better than 3 miles. So there's about a 6 mile or 7 mile, come on guys, before we would have to start repeating. That's how I judge the size of areas that we run. Okay, I got Zorro in front of me and the other 3 are behind me. Of course, you can't see behind me. And this is an area where there's a horse farm on the other side, over that, as we crest this small little hill here. Sometimes there'll be horseback riders, so I want to proceed with caution. I like being ahead of the dogs here. And you'll see there's some houses as I'm going to make a right turn down here. I'm not going to meander through the woods, but there's some houses down here that originally the farmer who owns this, his family owns all the land, and or a lot more land, I should say, and they sold off to the houses, which I don't think he was particularly happy about, but because they do border the farm. Come on, Zorro! Zorro! Good boy. Just a groundhog hole. And there's a couple really big groundhog holes that we want to be careful of. So they don't like groundhogs. Farmers don't like them because they're nuisances. They create stumble areas for equipment and horses. Come on, guys. So I hear some equipment over there. Again, being on the electric ATV, I can hear all the sounds around me, but that would be on the horse farm. Now, usually in this field to my left, folks, let me see. Yeah, you can see it. On the other side of that fence, there are horses usually, and the horses are very much interested in the dogs. And we usually have a little race as we come through here. The horses will start racing us. It's kind of funny. So you can see Jag, he just decided to stop. He's right in front of me. Come on, Jag. He's got the thickest coat of hair, and everything sticks to it. So he's always stopping to get all the stickers and thorns and everything else, hitchhikers, out of it. Come on, Chase. So picking up pace here. Now I'm going to get ahead of them. Come on, guys. I'm going to try at least. Zorro's hard to get ahead of, as we said, because the private residences are towards down here, and some of the grounds come close to the farm, and I don't like the dogs to step in there. But I don't want to, I don't think this field's planted to my right. This is just wild growth. So I could cut through it if need be. Some of the people have dogs here, and as long as their dogs are under control, we're fine. But sometimes they don't expect a whole wolf pack to come through the area. So sometimes they just get out of control real quick and start coming towards us. So all I do is I'm ready to just ready to run. We can outrun most dogs, believe it or not. That's how we get away. So I'm going to pick up some speed. Easy, guys. And you're going to see me go through this area to my right. This is the farm still. To the left are the private residences. Come on, guys. Chase. Zorro. Here are the big groundhog holes. Come on, guys. Good boys. Jag's just getting in his position. Come on, guys. Jag, no. Come on. A lot of sense around here, so. Come on, guys. Jag. A lot of sense from animals. As I mentioned, groundhogs, and there could have been horses through here earlier. This is where they ride. So, come on, guys. You can see them getting very excited. Where are you today? Hey, Kathleen, we are on a farm near Frederick, Maryland. This farm's about 500 acres, and we're free ranging, and you can see everybody in front of me right now. They're posing nicely for the camera right this second. And I'm in a field that is to my right, looks like just wild growth. To my left, I believe it's hay or winter wheat. And that field next to my left, usually there's a pass-through that they'll leave for me, so I can ride down the center towards the pond is to my left. But they didn't this year. They don't mind. They tell me if I want to make my own lane, but I'm always respectful here, and it's just as easy for us to go around to the right. So That's what we'll do. I've got Princess is closest to me. Jag is past her, and Zorro's behind Chase, who's in the front for a change. Come on, guys. Chase. Princess. Come on, guys. Princess, no. Good girl. Come on. Good boy, Chase. Good girl, Princess. So we've been out here. We've got it roughly 3.5 miles in right now. And we're coming through, which would be roughly, we'll have not quite half the farm done, but probably a little under half, about 40%. Come on, guys. I'm going to get ahead of them. Come on. Because sometimes they're looking for that lane to go the way I said, but I'm going to the right because the lane is not there, so I don't want to run over crops. Come on, guys. Zorro, here. Good boy. I have to direct them. Come on, Jag. Jag, here. Come on. Come on. Zorro. Good boy. Good boys. If you could see it, Jag just went to the ground and is doing a roll, and we got Zorro doing a roll. So I'm going to stop and wait for him, and Chase is to my left. You can see him. Come on, guys. Oh, they're so funny. They're so cute. And here's Princess. Come on. And here they come. Putting the speed on now so I can pick speed up. So here the woods are I was talking about that were logged earlier this year. And I'm coming up. Dogs are to the left. Come on, guys. Here. Good boys. Zorro. Good boy. I don't know if you can see to the left that far. I'm going to tilt the camera so you can now. Right there. As we ride down, because they want to be over there. So, trying to give you that view. Come on, guys. Can you see them? Yes. Barely. Come on, good boys. And here's Princess. Zorro just went ahead. Good boys. Come on, Jake. Here's Princess. I'm going to put the camera back to where it was, folks. Just giving you a... so I can give you a good visual on everything. Good deal. Wow. To my right, the trees look very different. Yes, it is nice and green. We've had some really nice weather. I mean, it's been a little warm for this time of year. Today's more in line with average, about 65 degrees. So a good day for free ranging, typical of this time of year, as I said. But we've had some decent precipitation, some warm days for spring, but good for all the greening. And we didn't really have a tough winter, so I don't know if anything ever really died back too much. Okay, we're going down to a stream down here, folks. Zorro! This is kind of cool if I can get the right angle. As I say, there are streams. He's so funny. He had his head poked up. There's a stream down there. If I can catch him on camera. This is cute as can be. There he is. Notice his head's poked up right there. Can you? I'm trying to get him on the camera. Oh, breaking up. Yeah, this is a bad area. I'm going to try to get out of here. It's bad for reception. Come on, guys. Come on. Well, maybe I'm not going to get so lucky. They're all in the stream there. Actually, that's Princess, Jag, and Zorro chases ahead. And to the right of them, folks, behind that fencing is a cow pasture. There's no cows there today, but usually we get to mingle a little bit with the crowds, and I can even sometimes go inside that pasture. So we're getting a really good stop there. And this has been an awesome day. I'm going to give you a mileage reading. As soon as I can. I'm just checking their stats, and let me see right here. I've got Chase. Let me see. Sorry, Jag. We've got in about 3.54 miles. Now they all have a little bit of different mileage depending on where they move, because remember, they're all off leash, so they can move independently here. And that's how you can really decide who is doing the most mileage, and it's usually Chase and Zorro. And I can again give you an average top speed. An average speed. I don't get a top speed, but it's usually Chase or Zorro. So right now, 5.36 miles. I'm sorry, 5.36 miles per hour for Jag. Princess is at 5.13. She's usually the slowest. Give me one sec here. My controller's a little hard to get to. I'm gonna have to give you a picture of me with all my gear on. Okay, and then we've got Zorro. Wait till you see his speed. 6.20 miles per hour, and he's at 3.86 miles. And Chase's got reset for some reason. Sometimes I hit the wrong button. I apologize for that, but he is still with us. Hope you can hear me. I know this is a little bit of a rough area we're in the sense that reception's bad. And this is what we do. We just enjoy the day. I couldn't think of too many better ways I'd like to be than doing what we're doing here. The dogs are in pure heaven. Princess, that's Princess you're looking at eating some grass with Zorro. And the age-old myth, why do they eat grass? But they do, for whatever reason it may be. Jag's in the stream to your left. You can still see him. Oh, thanks, Cheryl. Glad to hear. Thank you for telling me I'm fine. Because you can't tell in this particular area we're at. Zorro, good boy. Chase. In this particular area we're at, it is funny through this valley. The signal gets really degraded. Chase, no, here. Chase. Good boy. There's no, actually the fence isn't up there. I was just making sure. Sometimes the dogs will get through the fence on the other side, which is okay. There's nothing they're going to get in trouble. Nothing's even in there now. But they can't always get back to me if they walk down some. So I have to let them know, hey, come through the same area you went through. Or I'd have to go redirect them. I've had that happen too. So you got all 4 dogs right now in the picture, and they're just loving life. You're seeing the tail end of the ATV, or sorry, the front end of the ATV. It is blue. So, good boy. And it's just awesome out here. So I'm in short sleeves. I mean, it's cool enough for that, warm enough for that. Princess is just laid down in there. So that gets her underside, which is where their internal organs lie. So it's a great way to help them cool down. Okay, I'm going to get the troops going. Come on, guys. Come on. Here. Jag. Chase. Zorro. No. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. Come on. Good boys. Let's go. So. Chase. No. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. Jag. Good boys. So I have to say their name a few times, but I'm a little lenient with them because they're so good, and I want to pick and choose my battles. So I don't want to discourage him from having too much. Zorro, let's go. Come on, here. Good boy. No, Jag. He's trying to wrestle Zorro. Zorro, Jag. Good boy. Here we go, folks. Oh, you got the camera wrong. I'm going to refocus it. So what I mean by that is I want to pick and choose pretty closely the commands I enforce, because you know, I want to keep this fun for them. I don't want to make everything off limits for them, or they can't sniff this or they can't do that. Come on, guys. Princess, no. Good girl. Good girl. And we're just having a blast. I hope you can, yeah, you can see them. That's Jag getting ahead of Chase. And they're all to my right. Wish I could, next time I might be able to pan the camera for you. Put it on I'm really into technology because it helps me document everything I do. So I have got a camera panner, which I'll try to bring with me next time, so I can, when the dogs are to the left, I can shoot the camera that way. When to the right, right now I'm doing it manually, and it's hard, obviously, as I drive. Boys. So these fields are nice and long and wide open for the most part. There's water everywhere, and there's virtually nobody here. So it's done getting better. And the temperature is just about perfect. Well, perfect for humans. It's definitely warm for the dogs. But they'll be losing that undercoat soon as the weather continues to heat up. So their top layer, northern breed dogs have hollow fiber hairs. So that's how their insulation stays so good, but it actually helps them keep cool in the summer as well. So it's really important. It also keeps dander down. Virtually northern breeds a lot of them don't have any dander because of those hollow fiber hairs, and therefore they're not quite hypoallergenic, but they're probably up there with some of the lesser breeds that people might be allergic to, believe it or not. Come on, Jag. Good boy. So if you were with us earlier, you saw that we had a little groundhog coming our way, and it was a good experience. Groundhog went up a tree. Traditionally, or a lot of times you won't hear about groundhogs climbing trees, because I didn't even know they could until I witnessed it myself over the years doing this. But it is certainly possible, but it's not a frequent sight. And it was kind of cool when we first saw it. We were like, wow, didn't know that could happen. So you might hear my controller. I'll give Jag a little voice, a little there we go, little tone to his collar. Now I've got him trained on different tones, like to come to me, or to stop doing what you're doing, or to plots. Plots means to get into a down position. So you can use tones in a multitude of ways for training purposes, of course. And they're really good because on a windy day or a noisy day, if there's a lot of farm equipment, the dogs can't hear you, even though I talk about this vehicle being electric. Easy, Chase. Chase. He's down in the pond, and I could tell he's got his sights on something, but that something, I'm sure it was aquatic. Oh, he might actually take a swim. Chase. Come on. If that something was hanging on the marsh down there, I don't want him to disrupt it, so I call him. but I did hear something jump in the water, so there was something down there. Obviously, not that I doubted them, but it wasn't a fish underwater. It was something sitting on top. Not a duck, but not sure. Probably a frog. Boys and good girls. So right now, I'm going to give you a reading. I officially did about half the farm. Let me see. Okay, 4 miles. Just awesome. So we're probably going to venture into, let's see the time. We could probably venture into another quadrant of the farm. Really cool area we're going to go down to. I hope you can stay with us and check it out. So I'm coming up now to a farm road, which very light traffic as you see, but the farm equipment does travel on it as well as cars and trucks. It's a stone road that we travel on as well, but again, being on the electric ATV, I can hear any thing coming at us. I mean, they're not going to be speeding through here, that's for sure. And I'll give a once-over look, and I'm listening pretty closely to see if they're running any equipment in the area we're going. Doesn't seem it. They don't always know I'm here. Well, that truck you hear is out on the roadway. The roadway is to my right. Still a good distance off, but it's out to my right. So they know I'm here today. I'm not sure everyone who farms here does, but I know some of the main people, which I like to let my presence known just so they're just a little more cautious. I tried not to get in anybody's way. Try to be quiet as a mouse. Okay. And we're going to go left here, folks. I'm just checking the lay of the land. Come on, guys. Haul, good boys. Haul is a sled dog command, which means to the left, which they know. Up ahead of me is